All right, starting off for round 5 here in our event, we've got Lanadel here on the bottom versus the Canadian Ninja up top. And we've got a Yorion deck, it looks like. But it looks like, are they straight black-white?
Let's see. So they're the Canadian Ninja. I might have to go searching for this one because I don't know. I don't. What's your name in here?
Yeah, people have the different names everywhere. It's a little rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to look too because they're not.
Okay. So Temur Rec here on the bottom. I'm kind of expecting this to be a tough matchup for the black-white deck here. We see the black-white deck having a lot of different pieces of cheap card removal or cheap creature removal interaction in their hand, and that's really not going to have much text here against the Temur Reclamation deck, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. There's like Oath of Kaya doesn't do anything. These Birth of Meletus are fine getting through your deck like some lands, but the gain life and put a blocker in play just don't do anything.
A wonderful tournament organizer's updated Stream Decker, so Matt and I and wonderful folks at home can all check out what this black-white deck is doing. Let's take a peek here. Christy, we actually, if you could update them again, let me ping her. Those are for the other ones.
Wow, she just assaulted me in the chat. I shouldn't be having a hard time, she says.
So that was on me. We skipped to feature 2 because someone in feature 1 was having an issue screen sharing, which is, again, if you're playing in these tournaments, I'd encourage you to take a peek and figure out how the screen sharing works before the actual tournament day. You can test that at any time in any of the voice channels in the Sub-Discord server. Omen of the Sun here from the black-white deck. Actually, probably one of their better cards here. It's not amazing, but it is at the very least a proactive card that lets them put some pressure into play. We've been talking a lot today about who's the beatdown in these matchups, and I definitely think that the black-white deck is going to be the beatdown here.
Yeah, so it's interesting because they have Yorions in the main deck as well.
Yep.
As the one on the board. So that's going to be pretty nice for this Omen. Actually, all this stuff is pretty good together, huh?
Let's see, a Scry 2 decision here. Little small missequencing part on Lanadale's part. They should definitely let the Scry happen before they kill the thing. Spewed a little bit of information there.
Yeah.
Easy bottom on the Kaya's Wrath against the decks without creatures. Banishing Light staying up top to deal with Reclamation.
Yep.
Whew. I was just about to say Lanadel was out of gas and just needed to find something to do, and
unbelievable.
There it is, Maddie.
Unbelievable, really.
It is. So, and I mean, to be fair, even if they hadn't found the expansion explosion there, with the piles of scries, they would have found one pretty quickly. Yeah. So they have 6. This is just 11 mana. You just explosion here?
Yeah, I would explosion for 1 billion. And then hope to draw the next one with these cards. I think it's 9 here. 4. Yep. It's for 7. Jeez. Draw a whole new hand.
A whole new hand. A whole new pile of magic cards. I don't have the cards in their deck list, so I couldn't fill any of them in this. That's all I got.
God, look at that. That's a massacre. They really need a land here. Canadian Ninja does. Untap, it's a variety. And then we knew they left a Banishing Light on top, so.
Yep. There's a Conqueror's Death in hand here. If the Conqueror... That's not quite lethal yet, but we just get to Shark Typhoon here?
Yeah, Shark Typhoon for,
It's no, you Shark Typhoon as an enchantment. You just play the hidden mode.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep. And now, one of the things to note about these Yorion decks is that they're going to have a hard time pivoting all of their bad cards out in matchups like this post-board. Because their deck is bigger, you still only have a 15-card sideboard. It's a real challenge. I don't expect the Canadian Ninja to be able to cut all of these Heartless Acts and Oath of Kaya's and Kaya's Wraths.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of clunkers. There's dire tactics, there's Heartless Acts, there's all this stuff. Just doesn't matter. You got the deck list up on screen now too. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, let me take a quick peek at Canadian and just listen. Like at a glance, they have.
I suppose if you can board out Yorion.
Yeah, they have like 10. They have like 16, 17, 18 cards that at a glance are like, these are really not good.
Yeah. It's like then you have to board Yorion out of your deck then?
And they have like 8 cards they could bring in, 9. I feel like yeah, okay, so we're gonna go to sideboards here. We're gonna
like push pull.
Ratings on the wall. So I expect on the black-white side to see these Agonizing Remorses and these T-Sparks Last Conqueror's Death jump in here very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest of it goes, what they're cutting exactly could be a few different things because they have a lot of bad ones.
Yep. Yeah. So there goes the Kaya's Wrath first. Let's see what they end up on.
And honestly, dire Tactics might be fine because like they do exile, right? So you can exile Uro with it.
I mean, I guess.
And we see on Lanadel's side here these Legion War bosses coming in, so like you do need some amount of removal to hang out.
Yeah. I mean, they had like Oath of Kaya that we saw in game 1 there too. Like those probably can't go. There's Murderous Riders, which are like good flex cards. So they're going to have cards, the Canadian Ninjas. But I agree with you. It's going to be really tough. Like trying to board an 80 card deck is just, how do you even do that in paper?
Yeah, right. I mean, it's only 20 cards bigger than your. How do you shuffle that in paper? You can't double sleeve it, right?
If someone double sleeves an 80 card deck, I am calling a judge on them immediately. Please stop. Someone else is shuffling this, not me.
I mean, to be fair, if it's not double sleeved, it's probably just as big as a double sleeve 60 card deck, right?
I suppose.
And I'm sure regardless of how big it is, it shuffles very elegantly in BCW sleeves.
Oh, 100,000.
Hashtag sponsored, hashtag product placement.
You know, if someone presents me an 80 card deck, I am riffle shuffling their deck into the sun. There's no way.
All right, got a couple of keeps here. Thris, thanks for the 22 months. Welcome back.
Yeah, this is a great hand there for Lanadeal.
Canadian Ninja's not bad either. Like as silly as it seems to say, Charming Prince on 2 is their most aggressive start. And they need their most aggressive start here. And like Charming Prince on 2, Charming Prince on 3.
Yeah, they're gonna just kind of hope that Lanadeal, like, I mean, if they brick on one of these growth spirals, it's gonna be trouble.
I like this decision here on the Canadian Ninja's part. You saw they had the Treacherous Blessing in hand here as well that could draw some cards, and they've elected to instead play the other 2/2 out, even though it's not quite resource efficient. But I like just putting as much pressure as play into possible.
Yeah, I think the pressure is one thing, and I think they also need like a discard spell.
See a big tank on the Scry 2 there. Not sure if they want more lands. I really like the bottoming the lands on Canadian Ninja's part here. They have plenty of mana already guaranteed for next turn, and once they draw 3 with this blessing, they're pretty likely to find land 5 anyways. Land here, probably best possible for Lanadel. Gets to stick this Wilderness Reclamation with double Reclamation. The Expansion Explosion is just gearing up.
Yeah, and they have Spiral and Scorching Dragonfire. They have both options this turn available, which is great. So,
lot of choices here. Yeah. And we see again these Charming Princes are providing something of a beatdown, but probably not enough to fully get under Lanadel before these explosions go off.
Yeah. This is really tough. And they've missed a land of their own. Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right, they found a land. It's decent, I suppose.
And they have double Expansion Explosion here, right? So they just get to like play the first one, not care.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the Temur Rec deck kept a hand that only needed to draw lands, and it managed to draw those in spades.
Yeah. Man, this deck is so strong.
Yep. Still definitely an archetype to beat. Love the nice.
And that's for 10?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I just cut them in half. Yeah.
Whee! Wow, this is pretty unlucky. They have to discard a hand size here.
Yeah, it's awful. Couldn't imagine being them.
Pretty unfortunate if you're the Temur player having to discard a bunch of cards.
Couldn't imagine. Well, it's only one choice
So like
here.
you have to take the expansion explosion, but like they just get to start making sharks, right?
Exactly. It's not the best.
And like because they got their life total cut in half, the downside on this treacherous blessing is like a real concern, right?
Yes, that is correct. Would certainly play the Typhoon here. This is fine too. This is just like all kinds of ways you could do it.
Yeah, there really isn't a wrong way to eat this Rhesus.
Gosh.
I appreciate you, Canadian Ninja. I appreciate you. All right, we're gonna jump on into another match here momentarily. Shout out to our players there.
That was nice.